The topic is switch case. This is one of the important feature of programming languages. So this is also available in Java. I already have an example code here. Through an example, I'll explain you what is switch case and how it works. And one more thing, I have conditional statement written here. So we have already seen conditional statement. So we will compare conditional statement with switch case also afterwards. Now these are conditional statements. So this is also called as, switch case is also called as branch and control statement. So I have an example. Let us study this. First of all, what it is doing. See, I have written this code for taking day number and displaying day name. Like assume that first day of a week is Monday. So if I give day as 1, if I write 1 here, then it will print Monday. If I give 2 here, then it will print Tuesday and Wednesday and so on. So this code is for taking day number and displaying day name in words. So let us read the syntax. Let us see the syntax. See, here is switch case. And here we can mention some variable as well as we can mention some expression. It will take the result of the expression. And this flower bracket starts the block of switch case and this is the end of switch case. Inside this, we have to write down cases. So I have written few cases here. Case, and it should have some numeric value here. So I have taken integer value here. Case 1, case 2, case 3, so on. There must be a gap in between case and the number. And whatever you want to do here, you should write down one or more statement. You can write as many statements as you want inside that case. And this case 1 ends here. So at the end of the case statement, you must write break. So every statement, case statement must end with break statement. And after defining all the cases, if you want to define, you can define a default. Means in this example, I have written numbers from 1, 2, 3 and this dot dot means continue and up to 7 I will be writing. Other than this, if the number is not from 1 to 7, for that I can write default. And after default, I have not written break because this is ending. So it's better if break is written here also. So break for every case and as well as for default. Now, this we have studied the syntax, how it is written. Now let us see how it works. It works depending on the value of a variable. Suppose the value of a variable, if I write it as 2 here, then switch day value is how much? 2. So directly it will jump on case 2 and it will execute the statements. And next it will print a Tuesday and next is break. So it will come out of this switch. So whatever the number is, it will go to that particular case. If I give the number as 1, then switch day value is how much? 1. So directly it will jump on case 1 and it will print Monday. Break means it will come out here. If I give the day number as 10, so we will be having only 7 days. So 10 is not a valid day number. So it will directly jump on default and say invalid day and break. So depending on the value of this variable or expression, it will jump to that particular case and execute, and once it reach break, it will come out. So this is the working. Now, next thing, what happens if I don't give break? So if you don't give break, then it will execute the following cases also. So if this break is not there, suppose, then if this day number is 1, then it will print Monday as well as it will print Tuesday. Then it finds break, so it will stop. So it will print Monday as well as Tuesday. And it is called as fall through. So it will fall through all other cases. If break is not given, it will stop only if it gets break. So if in your program you want it to execute the following case also, then you can skip a break. But in this example, we definitely need break statement. So this is the importance of break. Then next thing, can I change the order of these cases? First I will write case 3 or first I will write default. Yes, you can write them in any order. Order is not important. You can write them at any places. Then one more question. Here in the cases, do I have to write only integer value? Can't I write float value? Can't I say case 1.1 No. Float values are not allowed. These are not allowed. Then which values are allowed here? I can write byte type of value. Yes, this I can say byte also because byte is also an integral type. I can write short type of values or int type of values or character type of values. And as well as Java supports strings also. I can have a string also. It means for all these three, this is valid. Case 1 is valid. For character, I can say case in single quotes A. This is valid. You can use characters A, B, C, lower cases, upper cases. In single quotes, you can write any character. Then for a string, you can also write case, suppose file. This is a string, right? And colon is given. Case, a string. So we can also use strings. So inside cases, you can write integral values or character value or string value. So this string is allowed from Java 1.7 version onwards, right? Earlier, this was not there in Java. Then one more important thing, where this switch case is useful. Switch cases are mostly useful for writing menu driven programs. So I'll be using them in some example programs in further topics. So it is useful for developing menu driven programs. I'll give an example for that one. But before that, let us compare switch versus if. See, if you see that if block of statements here, like if day is 3, if I write 3 here, then it is also doing the same thing, displaying Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So the working is same. So it means whatever I am able to do using switch, I can do it using if also. Yes, this is common thing. Then what is the difference? Let us see it's working. If day is 3, then how it works? First it will check, is that day is 1? No. Else if day is 2? No. Else if day is 3? Yes. Then it will print Wednesday. Then it will come out of the block. Means after this I have to write few more if else. It will not check those because this is true and it will come out. So it has checked 3 conditions to print Wednesday. If I write 7 there, right, like suppose 7th day is Sunday, then it will check all the conditions, then finally it will print 7, that is Sunday. So it means it will be checking total 7 conditions. Yes. So the time taken for checking 1 condition or the time taken for checking 7 conditions will be definitely more. Yes. So if you are giving different day numbers, then the amount of time it will spend in giving the result is different. So if you give higher value, it will check more conditions and it will be little slow. Though nowadays the machines are so fast, a human eye cannot sense that slowness of your program, but actually it is slow because it has to check all the conditions, then give the answer. Whereas in switch case, if I give 7 here, then it will not check case 1, case 2, case 3. Directly it will go to day 7. Directly it goes there. So this is much faster. It is just like, imagine, for example, a switchboard at your home, in your room, in your bedroom, and you want to switch on fan. You know about all the buttons. So will you try all the buttons, then you switch on fan button, or directly will switch on fan button? Directly will switch on fan button. So that's how this is switch case. These cases are buttons. So what you want to switch on, it will go to that one directly. But if you are at a new place and nothing is written on the switchboard, then how you will switch on fan? You have to try all the buttons. So this works like that. This works like that. So this is the difference between conditional statement and switch case. So what all you can do using switch case, you can do it also using if else, but that will be slower. Now I will change one program and I will give you an example of menu driven program. Just I will show you I give you the idea how switch cases are useful for writing menu driven programs. Here I have an example to show you menu driven programs, how they are written, just to give you the idea. See, in most of the application on Windows, we find menu on the top for every application, like file, edit, tools, settings like this, we will find some menu options on the top. So one of the menu that is commonly found, that is file, and if you drop it down, you will find various options inside, like new, open a new file or new project, whatever it is, or open the existing one, save or save as, or close or exit the application. So these options are commonly found. How they work? We'll click on particular option and only that thing works. Yes. So these are the options, they are given like switchboard. So if you click any one, that will happen. So it is just like switchboard. So it is done using switch cases. So how this may be written, here is an example. So here it should be an option, right? Switch option. So I have taken a string here, option save. Now depending on the option, it will go to that particular case. So this is the case, save. So option is save, so directly will go here and perform all the operations related to saving, right? So saving a file or saving a project, whatever it is. So save and then break. So if you are developing a Java program with menu options, and for every menu option you have to provide some functionality, some operations, so definitely you have to write switch case. And nowadays every application will have some menu and it must have switch case. So the cases, these are strings. So it will be easy for the programmer if switch case supports strings. So he can use the same name here, right? So open as it is. So it will be easy for us. Because of that, Java has introduced strings in switch cases. Otherwise it was difficult. Though we have to use switch case, but we have to use some alternative, give some codes and use some code number, like 1 means new, 2 means open. Like this we have to give the codes. So this was the idea that I have given you. Later in the later programs, I'll be using this one. So that's all about switch case. So the next video will be a demo on switch case.